part 2 to this since my phone cut off. I'm probably getting low on memory. I need to clean out my photo file. But we're going to X-brace it, get some more stuff done to it, maybe do a little bit of paint work on the truck where I've got some scratches, nicks and dings in it. Then it'll be time to set the engine in it once we get all this done up here and start mocking up where the turbos are going to go, where the exhaust is going to exit, and so on. And then start putting it all back together. And I will real-time video that. Let's see here. This is the engine mounts I'm using. These are for small block. I don't know what the part number is now, but back in the day, these were 9906 through Transdat. Let's see. I have no clue where the other one went. It was laying around here somewhere. I don't seem to be able to locate it presently. It was laying under there. But what I had to do on, I think it was the driver's side, I had to come in here and chamfer this edge back at an angle so it would clear the, there's bosses on the side of the block, or like plugs for oil galleys, I guess is what they are, or water galley. But I had to chamfer that on one side because the plug stuck out a little bit. But these will bolt right on a big block. I mean, small block, big block, same thing. As you can see, I had these mounts slid. The engine slid all the way back in this truck. There's where the block was touching it. It slid all the way to the back. There's the original 2.8 mounts that I started with. The ones I'm going back with are a neoprene mount. I don't like solid mounts. I don't like all the vibration and shit coming through the chassis. Even with a balanced engine, you still get vibration and harmonics. And if you ever put a gear drive in with solid mounts, you'll understand what I'm saying. Even in a balanced motor, it still gives you harmonics. But there's the old engine still sitting there. There's what we've got done to the boys' truck. That's just a metal converter that's on the firewall because we sanded a bunch of crap off of it and cut it off. We're in the process now starting to weld the holes up in it. There's some holes he drilled where he started. He was just going to take and rivet aluminum. I said, no, let's just put metal in and weld it, make it look right. We switched the master cylinder and brake booster over from the hydro boost to this off of a half-ton truck. This cab come off a 1-ton truck, and changed the brake pedal underneath because the pin was in a different place for the hydro boost. The truck's been lowered 5 and 7 with spindles and springs and a flip kit and shackles and on the back. But we got our work cut out for us. So with this truck, I cut a piece of aluminum out of an aluminum dash I had to put on top of his dash. And I got to file the edges down and fix it, but it's still got the plastic on it. But I bought an aluminum dash for that GMC I had a long time ago when I had the big block in it, and I never put it in. And then I was going to cut it down and put it in the S10, and I never did do it. So, but we have got it on the cab. It's got propane bushings under it. The next thing is to try to find a manual gearbox, because in '88 is the only year they put manual steering on these trucks, and it's hard as hell to find a manual box for one of these, and if you do, it's like $300-400 freaking dollars. So we're on the look. So if anybody has one, let me know. I'll buy it from you. I need a manual steering box for an '88 to '98 Chevy truck. So, but that's pretty much it. Ain't got nothing else done. So this is part 2 to the other video since my phone cut me off. As more comes up, I'll let you know. If you have any questions on how I did it, email me. I'm slow to get back to people because, again, I babysit the grandkids during the day. In the evening's the only time I get to myself anymore. Or when the wife's home sometimes on Saturdays. She usually works Sundays. Other than that, I'm usually tied up playing grandpa. So that's another thing that slowed this down. But you're only grandpa once, so. Anyway, as they get older, they can come out here with me. A couple of years, they'll be out here in the garage with me. So, anyway, that's it. Later.